Seven years after the earthquake that devastated the Haitian capital, Port-au-Prince is still being rebuilt. The sheer scale of the reconstruction is enormous. Approximately 300,000 buildings were destroyed, and 1.5 million people made homeless. Shantytowns were the worst hit. Entire neighborhoods have been built without urban planning, using flimsy material that only made the earthquake more devastating. For the Haitian state and international organization, this reconstruction is an opportunity to innovate and implement new urban planning strategies. Rather than imposing their choices, the operators decided to involve local inhabitants in the decision-making process. This was the case with PARAQ, the reconstruction program to support neighborhood planning. The European Union-funded project covers 10 neighborhoods, including 8 in the capital, Port-au-Prince, and has helped almost 170,000 people.
PARAQ has been a unique opportunity for the Haitian government to experiment with a new kind of decision-making platform, bringing together agencies such as DINAPA, the National Directorate for Water Supply and Sanitation, the Ministry of Public Works, local institutions, municipal representatives, and representatives from community bodies to decide what actions need to be taken.
For those living in the shanty towns, neighborhoods that are used to being ignored by the authorities, the first reaction was one of surprise, soon followed by approval. For the first time, their opinions were important and would be officially acknowledged.
Our partners have developed a participative approach that gives a voice to residents and community platforms, as well as involving the various institutions in order to build bridges between them.
The residents wasted no time setting up associations. However, consulting the population and taking decisions together was always going to be a lengthier, more complicated process. The key was to find the right balance between what people wanted and what was technically and financially feasible.
Our role is to listen to the recommendations and grievances expressed by the community and to submit the conclusions to the relevant bodies for the decision-making. This way, the community feels much more concerned by the measures taken.
The other innovative aspect of this reconstruction in the shanty towns concerns the type of modifications. It is more than a question of rebuilding homes. The goal is also to improve infrastructure and facilities, provide improved access to services, boost security, and encourage economic development.
The particularity of the PARAQ program, if you like, the element that distinguishes it from other programs, is the added value it would bring to the project. It is more than a housing reconstruction project following an earthquake. It is also an integrated approach that calls for a global view of the neighborhood in question. This takes all of the problems into account, issues such as electricity and mobility. Our program is unique in taking this integrated approach to reconstruction.
In the tiny commune of Tissou, the inhabitants opted for the construction of a road link connecting their neighborhood to a major highway leading to the capital, even if this meant some of their homes had to be sacrificed.
I don't mind losing a bit of my house because in exchange we have a road. That has brought a certain warmth to Tissou that was more than I could have hoped for. I gave up at least 4 to 5 meters of my house, but I have no regrets. It is actually worth more now.
This original approach to reconstruction caught the attention of people in Africa. Numerous towns and cities on the continent have similar issues, where conflicts or natural disasters have destroyed entire neighborhoods. After providing emergency first aid, the authorities have to rehouse people in makeshift camps while their homes are being rebuilt. This delegation from Bangui in Central Africa includes technicians, architects, and government representatives. They are studying the Haitian situation to see if it can be adapted and applied to their own country.
I was very impressed to see how Haitians managed to turn this crisis into an opportunity.
On a vu que dans le cas de Belerjo,
In Bayergo, we saw that the local community was involved throughout the implementation process for the project.
et ça c'est très important, et on a vu que la population s'en est
People had made it their own, and that was important. We were more used to imposing a particular
Nous étions
project.
habitués à venir imposer les projets aux bénéficiaires. Et donc, ça, c'est
I learned an important lesson. Community participation is extremely important.
très important.
This approach is not a panacea. These underprivileged sections of the population are still affected by a lack of sanitation facilities, poor access to water and power, poor transport, and high rates of unemployment. However, the improved living conditions and the inhabitants' participation in the reconstruction of their neighborhoods has made them feel less excluded. Change is in the air, and this revaluation of their living space should make it easier to contemplate a brighter future.